Hello. How are you? Are you having lunch? Have you had lunch? Like Sarah. Got a sick little kid and a puppy at the moment. Anyway. How are you all? This is Tennille, your cloth nappy doctor. And today we're going to talk about toilet training pants. Yeah. If you want something really in-depth about toilet training pants, pop across to the Cloth Nappy Doctor Chats video chats group. There's an AMA in there all about toilet training. It's the best thing to do. So, is anyone else having a 12 hours that just is really long? I'm just slept bad. Did anyone else sleep bad last night? It was awful. I was up at 3 o'clock. And I just can't go back to sleep, and there's too much to do. I've got to keep going. So I'm drinking water. I also lost my water bottle yesterday. I left it at my NDIS meeting. I figured out late. That's all right. So we're going to have a chat about toilet training because it's summer and lots of people generally toilet train their kids at this time because you can run around nutty and yeah, I can just... They don't have to wear pants. So it's a great time to toilet train, especially on... I've got a sticky bit on the floor. Someone dropped jam. Anyway, sorry, that's why I'm making that face. So a lot of people toilet train during summer because their kids can run around naked and they can do their business and they have an accident. It's easy to clean up. It's a great time to do toilet training when your kid's ready. So when we did the big... AMA for toilet training, it was while I was in Las Vegas, so it's the October one. So I did it in Las Vegas. I mucked up the time differences between US and Brisbane. So I ended up getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning in my pajamas, and we chatted all things toilet training, when they are ready, the signs to know when they're ready, when things are going tough, when things are, you know. There's a big long hour one in the AMA. This is a short digestible piece for those watching or sharing or just coming on. So, toilet training. The biggest question we get is, do I need toilet training pants? Yes and no. My experience is that 2 children needing it. 1 child did not need toilet training pants. He did it in 2 days. Another child took 9 months. Hello, Samantha. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I reckon it's the weather. We've had really cold nights and now it's warm and it's just, I don't know. I need sleep though. So, toilet training pants are a tool. Alright? They're a tool to help your child transition. Hi, Rachel. To transition from nappies to undies. That's what they're for. And the biggest one that we, because there's some companies who put out there you can use my pant for overnight. Yes, you can, but toilet training pants don't replace nappies. They just don't have the absorbency that a nappy has, or in some cases the coverage. So I'll show you some options we have at Upper Carly and move up and where you might want to go, and I forgot one. That's okay, you can see it, I think it's tomorrow night for the big special needs AMA that we're going to do on Upper Carly. Alrighty, so you can start off with, so your toilet training pants, if you're looking for something that can take a dribble, because your child, you know, they're just there, but they keep doing a little dribble. Hi, Cassandra. Yes, up and down, up and down. So if your kid's doing just a little dribble, you know what I mean. Maybe you're a mum who's just had birth and when you cough or sneeze. Alright. You can just get generally the cheaper pants. Okay, they'll do the business. If you need something that can take the start of, you know, your child's playing and then they go, oh, Mum, I just did a bit of a wee. This is where these step in. The higher quality pants with a bit more absorbency. So these are Apple Cheeks. They've got absorbency and a PUL outer layer. They trim through the groin. Some parents like a trim through the groin. And they've got a stay dry layer and a couple layers of bamboo. So they can take a little bit more than just a little dribble. Can just take the start of a big wee. Look at me. My kids are, you can tell I've toilet trained kids too many times. They do that action. All right. Or you got bummies. But the idea of toilet training, you want them to feel wet. No matter how irritating it is for you, and it can test your patience. Bummies have an organic cotton inner core and a stay dry layer, but they do feel the wetness. So when they do it and they let go more, they'll feel wet. And it may leak because there's not enough absorbency, which is to tell you, you might need another product with more boosting, or they're not quite ready. Lots of options. But they generally pull up, pull down in the ones that have less boosting. Rightio. Now, as you move up, you come to options that are a little bit bigger. So look at that. So this is a large, but there's small is, that's a small, that's a large. This is Eco Posh. They have a organic cotton, recycled, organic bamboo and organic cotton. So these are a bit more absorbent than these. These are a bit more absorbent. And sometimes you can tell because I have a bit more of a wider coverage. So this is a large. What was this one? That's a small. Anyway, I'll come to it. All right, so I have a bit more of a coverage. That can take a little bit more. I'll have a read of your comment in a minute, Rachel. That can take a bit more absorbency because there's a larger area if Bub does their business. There's a lining of pea roll in it. Okay, so moving up. So I'm also coming from the point of view of mums with delayed children needing to toilet train. Maybe they have a special need. Maybe they have a surgery. Maybe they have a condition. Maybe they have... we deal with it all at Apicali because we want to empower parents to choose a reusable option. Because in special needs or any sort of, you got extra stuff, there's not many options. So we've seen a lot of it. I've talked to lots of parents. So this is a little bit more absorbency. Rachel says, I'm now toilet training my 3-year-old. How long do you think I would take? She has nappies on at night time, and in the daytime she has no nappies on at all. But whenever I put pants on or dress, she wees all poops in it. I don't know if I should just let her run around the house naked and show everything up, or should I keep the dress on with no pants? Toilet training is all about flexibility. And you can buy, these are all at Apicali, they're going to show you, Rachel, and they're all online if you go to the toilet training category, and they're different prices depending on what you want. So toilet training, you know your child's ready when they might do that poo face. You know the poo face? They're playing and then all of a sudden they stop, or they stop and they do a wee. The idea is to introduce a vocabulary. Are you doing a wee? Are you doing a poo? Are you doing whatever, number ones, number twos? Whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. And then that consistency, and when they do that, find out whether they like a potty or a toilet or going outside and doing it. All it is transitioning them to the next spot. So one of my boys took 9 months and it was a very long road. Nothing wrong with him, he's fine. He just didn't like the thought of the toilet. I know one of my family members petrified when poo went down the toilet. Oh my gosh! Okay, so you don't know what they're going to react to. So the idea is to be patient. So your little one's probably not quite ready, but if you're happy to deal with the mess that she does and clean it up and take her to the toilet, and if she does it in the toilet, have a reward system. That's the biggest one you can have, is some sort of reward system. These are a tool to move you from nappies to toilet training. They're not going to always catch the poo and the wee. We're moving from one to the other. If you need to catch the poo and a wee, then a nappy or a pull-up, and I'll show you some of those because we're getting into more absorbency. You want a reward system. So it could be stickers, it could be time with mum, it could be a little, some people have had mystery boxes, some people ice cream with dad. It could be any sort of reward. Whatever gets her on the toilet or the potty for doing her business is awesome. Another big tip is introducing them to the toilet or potty and having them just sit there, even if they're not doing anything, and read a book. Okay, so it's not new. I've got to remember they've gone from pooping in their pants and now to pooping in the toilet. Some kids are a breeze. Some kids are difficult, and if you've got an extra element of a diagnosis or whatever, autism, any of that, it adds an extra layer of patience for you and really working with your child, because this is a skill they're trying to learn. This isn't, it's not automatic. It's a skill they're learning to do it in the toilet. Okay, so these have a bit more absorbency, and you can boost these. However, be aware, you can boost them with the small Rumparoos inserts, but it just sits on top. There's no pocket to put it in, it just sits on top. So when you pull them up, you've got to make sure it stays in place. Okay, so you can do that. Up from here, and still by Rumparoos, they do their little learner pants. Now the smaller sizes have snaps on the side, because little people tend to do a poo, and then you tend to figure out I can do poos in the toilet when they get a bit older. So these ones have their micro chamois, layers of microfiber through here for a bit more absorbency. How much they hold, they don't like to say how much they hold, because they're not designed to be a nappy. They're designed to hold a little bit more than a dribble. They're meant to be, I know, if you're walking along or they're riding a bike and they go, oh mummy, I've just weed, but they can cut off and hold on, we'll take you to the toilet. That's what these are designed for. So that's the step before these ones, which have a little less absorbency. Alrighty. If you need something that's overnight, or a pull-up option, or something that can take a bit more than a wee, Baby Behinds has their training pants. We helped them design these, which was lovely. The idea, they have the PUL layer, they have absorbency sewn in, they have another booster that you can put in as well, and then you can buy an extra bamboo booster. That snaps in. Now what I like is that it snaps in, so it's not going to be moving around. It has a stay dry top, and then that goes in. And then your child has a bit more absorbency there. Now just be aware with a stay dry top, if they do a big flooding wee, it may come off. Okay, because this, you need pressure to get through the stay dry layer. Okay, where these ones have that organic bamboo cotton. You need the pressure to go through. They're not designed to take a full wee. They're designed to take, say at night time your child is asleep and they feel themselves weeing, and make sure there's a firm fit. So you need, a bit like a nappy, you need that firm fit and that pressure. Okay, and they feel themselves weeing, they've got enough time to get up and go to the toilet. That's what these are for. They're not designed to replace the nappy. Not yet. Fingers crossed they do something. Alright, so they're good for that. I hope that's clear. If I'm not being clear, please just pop a comment up and I can go back. Similar to this idea is the Grow Via ones. These come in different sizes as well. The Grow Via one is one size. So it snaps on and it snaps off. Okay? Or it's pull up. So it's quite unique. Okay, if you have a larger child, you can get panels that are bigger and go around the waist more. Now the beauty of the Grow Via, so another option is it's got a pocket. Okay, and on the inside, this is the rose colour, I think it's lovely. They've got their hemp and organic cotton. I've got a ghost in the house. Oh, okay, hemp and organic cotton, which would be the same absorbency as one of these. But because it's got that pocket, I'll put it back here through, you can add a booster. So you can add one of their organic cotton boosters. There you go. You can add a booster you have in your stash. So this is a Simply Cloth bamboo booster. And you can put that in to take a bit more absorbency. Now, if you need a pull up, so that fits in beautifully, put it where you need it, and that can take a bit more absorbency. Okay, so it's judging your child as they go through the stages. If you need more absorbency and you need a nighttime pull-up, and we're going to talk about these tomorrow, you can look at the Mother-Ease Bedwetter, which is to take 400 to 600 mils. You can use the Grovire All-in-One as a pull-up pant as well. There's also, which is coming to Apicali soon, lost it. Totally lost it. Super Undies. Like I got my email up, so I'm chatting to the lady now. Super Undies, all right, that takes more absorbency. Now, when you add more absorbency, the nappies get a little bit, the pants get a bit more puffy, all right? They're not as trim as you're going to get with these, like your nappies. And plus, older children, think about your older children, 2 to 3 toilet training, they're not weeing a little bit. They're going to wee 4 to 6 times in the day, and when they wee, it's a big amount. So the idea is if you want to catch that large amount, they need to wear pull-up pants that can take it, or a nappy. This ain't going to take it. These are to help them train. So, yeah, so you got options. So think about where your child's at. So Rachel, your little girl is at nighttime, she's wearing nappies. Daytime, she has no nappies on, but whenever I put pants on or a dress, she wees or poops in it. So she's going, I got something on my butt, that's what I do. Good on her, she knows. So Rachel, I'm sure you're introducing her to the toilet. You could maybe look at something with a more absorbency. If you've got a pocket nappy, some pocket nappies you can use as pull-up, pull-down pants. It's not pretty, but that's an option, your new pants. But it's about being patient. There's no magic bullet to toilet training. I've seen a lot of the gimmicks, and you know, I haven't seen any that are perfect yet. Just be aware if you're looking. There's no magic bullet. It's about patience and waiting for your child. Average age is between 2 and 3. They're in disposables, it's 3 to 4. They're even finding kids at school now when they start prep or kindy, 4 or 5. They're not toilet trained because of disposables. So you really want them to be uncomfortable. You want them to feel the wetness. In the case of one of my sons, it got to the point we left him in it for maybe a couple of minutes to let him go, oh, this doesn't feel good. And then we changed him. So he started to feel uncomfortable, which is what you want for them. So they go, oh, I'm going to go, I need to go to the toilet. So you're teaching them a skill, and it's a very important skill. Yeah, there you go. Toilet training pants. Nice and brief, to the point. So join me tomorrow night. We're going to be doing large cloth nappies for older children, whether they've got special needs or a medical condition or they're just later to learn. It doesn't matter. My girl Abby is 12. She's still in, they're called continence aids. We don't call them nappies. We call them continence aids. It's a bit more dignified. So I'll be talking about Abigail. I'll be talking about some of the kids that I know and have worked with. In the group, we're doing, I think we're up to F today. It's been a mad 12 hours. I've lost the alphabet. We're up to F, and I think there's a prize as well. So come in and share your F animal print. It doesn't have to be the one I put up. It's just the print I could find in Apicali. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Rachel, yes, I have the toilet where I could see it and I watch her when she goes by reading a book to her. But right now I am turning her. But when she goes to her nana, she's back in nappies. I feel like my family's not working with me. How do I get them involved in working with me by getting my daughter out of nappies? Oh, I understand that. Even daycare. Sometimes daycare aren't on board, and sometimes daycare pushes a parent to actually do something. I know my school, they actually pushed us to do toilet training with Abby. And guess what? It's happening. Give them a set system. So if sometimes they might need a tool. So maybe they need something that's more absorbent. So it's a pull-up pant, possibly. And because obviously it's more convenient for them just to put the nappy on and off you go. Don't give them that. Don't give them that option at all if that's where your daughter's going. And have a sit down and say, you know, I want my daughter's ready to, as long as she's ready to learn. If she's ready to learn, go for it. So make it uncomfortable for them, maybe just a little bit. Okay, and say, I want her to learn this is what we're using, this is how we're doing it. But go in so you can empower them with the tools that you know is working at home. So maybe we're on the weekend with your daughter, have a couple of options. So maybe have that pocket nappy, maybe have the Grow-Vibe, look at your other ones if you can pull them up and down. Just experiment with her, just put it on a looser setting. What else could you do? If you wanted to buy a product. Just be careful of gimmicks. Just, email us, we can help you. Take out some absorbency in your nappy as well, so she feels wet and goes to the toilet. Come up with a strategy with what you're doing. So if your daughter goes there a couple of days a week, you need to keep it's like my boy's learning sight words. If we drop off for a couple of days, he forgets them. So you've got to keep it going for your daughter and keep it going with your mum. Maybe start a journal. Sometimes people like to have a journal. You can see the consistency and maybe some stickers. It's not exactly for them, but it's for your daughter. But, you can say, yeah, put a sticker in. And sometimes people like to put a sticker in. There's a reward chart. There's heaps of ideas. Come pop in the group and put your question up. Phenomenal knowledge in the group. So come on, I don't know everything. I do my best and gather it and share it. But come in the group and pop up your question about toilet training. I'm there to provide a nice even balance. There's no judgments. There's no nothing. Everyone has a different story. My story is really bonkers and really weird and way out there. But there's no judgment. So come pop in the group if you like. So it's Cloth Nappy Doctor Chats. And ask your question, and you might get some other ideas from the lovely mamas and papas there as well. Okay, because we do have parents who have special needs, and we've got to be really resourceful. Okay, Louise. So do the pull-up pants let them feel wet before taking the liquid away? Sorry if this has been said, latecomer. Don't worry, latecomers are good. There's always latecomers. Yes, so usually there might be a stay dry layer, but there's not much absorbency. So it's not exactly but if they sit and they've done a bit more of a wee, it's going to come back through because it's saturated. So they're going to feel wet. So the stay dry layer isn't like your nappies in the same respect that you put it on and you've got that pressure and it goes through and it's drawn down and it stays there, and then every 3 to 4 hours you change the nappy. Toilet training pants don't have much absorbency in them. So it's going to sit there like a bit of a pool will go there. And if they've done too much, it will start coming back through. As you know, if the nappy's saturated, you see it come through the stay dry layer. So there's not much absorbency in these, so they do feel wet. Hope that answers your question, Louise. Alright, so they do feel wet. It goes on, and usually make sure you have a nice firm fit with that stay dry layer, so the nappy's not sitting all baggy between them, but it is sitting against the skin. Okay. How many do you need? 2 to 3. A majority of kids maybe take about 2 months, maybe that. 2 to 3 months to learn to toilet train. And in that time, they're not going to grow and need other sizes. You usually need 2 or 3 pairs. That's it. That's all you need. So it's not like nappies where you need the 24 or 36. You only need 2 or 3 pairs. So if this is a tool, it's not a solution to toilet training. It's a tool to get to toilet training. I think that's the biggest thing I want to get out there, because we do want parents to know that that's their purpose. But you can boost them. You can boost these ones as well if you want, because it's got a bit of a wider groove. You'll pop that in. Can do that. I think the deluxe booster fits in there. These ones obviously are harder to boost because they've got such a thinner groin. But we know some children with autism like the thinner. They don't like the bulky through the leg. Who knows? Okay. Okay, guys. There you go. If you have any questions, pop them below. If you know somebody who's toilet training and would need to know a bit more information, share the video, please. Yeah, and I'll see you in the Cloth Nappy Chats group. I'm about to go in and do some work. It's not really work. And orders are being packed and shipped off as well today. It's a busy day and I haven't had enough sleep. Alrighty, have a fantastic Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow for wall covers. They are fabulous for summertime. And I will see you for wall covers and how to make it easy and what you need to get started. See you everyone. Bye.